What is going on, everybody? Welcome to What's the Deal, a show that I kind of do sometimes and kind of don't do sometimes. I'm going to try to stay in the middle of the camera because that's where my IG is streaming to. So I'm streaming from my computer to Instagram right now. So let me know how it looks over there. And I gotta remember to stay in the screen because I'm also doing a wide shot over to all the other platforms. I see Von Michael jumping in, Annette jumping in, Rob's Barbecue. What's up? Thanks for jumping on the Instagram train over there. Feel free to say hello in the comments. So today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about my journey this past year on the Amazon Influencer Program, Whatnot, some reselling stuff. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to jump in the chat there. This might be my last live show on any platform for the year. I'm not really sure. And as I always do, I just jump in and go, I'm just going to go live because I feel like it. But I've had a little bit of a cold, so I need to actually probably take some Alka-Seltzer and rock and roll through that. But feeling pretty good. What's up, Cyrus? Good to see you. What's up, Nee? I see Nee in the chat. What's up, Annette? Good morning. Annette has been challenging me to do some TikTok videos about this content. And so I did a first one. Well, not first one technically, but on a new account. So if you don't follow me, go look up Dillbilly H. Promotion fail. Dillbilly HQ on TikTok. I had to start a new TikTok account. I tried a little hack and and I ended up getting banned with my other account for the things that I want to do. So go over there, follow me, hang out. So let's talk about Amazon Influencer Program for a little bit, and then I'll talk about Whatnot, and then I'll talk about, just overall the entire year. So for people who are not familiar with, what I even do or how I even got into this, some people especially on my Instagram, they might even be like, dude, I thought you printed t-shirts. And that's what I did for several years, about 8 years, printing t-shirts. And then during the pandemic, that all went away. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I was podcasting kind of as a hobby for one show, and then got out of that partnership deal. And then the pandemic hit. And then another friend of mine was like, hey, let's start a podcast together. And so we did. We started a saltwater fishing show. We grew it. We did that for 3 years. It was amazing. It was fun. We did sponsorship deals and brand deals and all that kind of fun stuff, and created some really fun, dope content. And then I found out through my friend Monty Weaver, and I'm always going to promote his name because he's like the reason, him and Chris Giles are the two reasons I'm a part of this influencer space, Amazon in particular, and then also, just being able to do all these brand deals and stuff that kind of got me into this world, or whatever. So I started dabbling in it. I signed up about 2 years ago and didn't really do anything with it. I was kind of like, man, I don't know what this is. And people at that time were going live. So people were like going live on Amazon and talking about products. So they were like talking about whatever's on their desk or whatever. And then people were buying stuff and they were making money that way. And so by the time I got around to like signing up, that was kind of coming down, but then shoppable content was going, on the uptrend. So it was creating short form content, 1 to 12 minutes at the time. And now I think it's like 7 seconds to an hour or something. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, you create this content, Amazon posts it onto product video or product pages. When somebody watches it and buys it, you make a commission off of it. And so I was dabbling around with Amazon. I created about 30 of these product videos. And I was living in Puerto Rico at the time, and we couldn't, we didn't really have access to getting more products or to brand deals. Very expensive to ship down there, or whatever the hang up is. I don't know exactly the hang up, but just a lot of stuff going, into trying to get products down there. And so I sat on it for 10 months. I didn't do anything for 10 months, but it was generating hundreds of dollars in revenue. I think my lowest month after the first month was like $375. And I was sitting there like, as a content creator, I was just thinking like, man, this is so crazy that I am sitting here, literally did 30 things one time, and I'm making money over and over and over again. And one of them was this microphone. And I remember, when this microphone sold so many times, it paid for itself. And I was just thinking like, dude, this is insane. Like, this is crazy that you can make money by talking about the stuff that's already in your world, in your life. I'm a content creator. I got cameras. I got I got lights, I got microphones, and I can just talk about it, and then people can watch it, be educated on it, and then make a purchase, and I get commission from it, which is pretty cool. And so anyway, I did that for for 10 months. I sat there every single month and just watched this thing just generate cash. And so when we got home from Puerto Rico, I just told my wife, like, I'm going to go all in for 90 days, and I'm just going to figure out what I can do with brands. Like, can I work with brands? Can I get product? Because at that time, we weren't able to just go buy product. Like, we didn't have the resources. We had spent a lot of money moving to Puerto Rico. We spent a lot of money while in Puerto Rico. I wasn't making that much money, even through like podcasting. It was decent. I was doing some other stuff that was decent, but it wasn't like consistent revenue all the time. And so it wasn't like I came home and just like had a stack of cash to reinvest into this business. And so what I did was I started reaching out to brands, and there's a bunch of influencer groups and Facebook groups and whatnot that had all these sellers in there saying, hey, we need content. We want, people to make shoppable content. And so I remember doing video jobs for like $5, $10, $15 to make a video, because I literally had no clue what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I'll just make this video and I'll see if I can make money this way. And so, what's up? My wife just joined as I was sharing the story. So anyway, so I started doing this. We got home from Puerto Rico. I started doing this, and I just started like reaching out to all these brands, and they were, saying, hey, can you do this video? Can you do? And I was doing everything. I was taking a dresser. I was like a 1,000-piece dresser. I had to pay my neighbor to actually build it for me. Toenail clipper. I mean, you talk about anything that somebody would send to me, I would say yes, and I would do the video because I had no idea what I was doing. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of people doing this. There were people who were doing it, but they were bigger influencers, bigger audiences, and they were kind of doing a hybrid deal between the Amazon thing and YouTube. So they were like pulling a lot more, money, but they already established themselves as a creator. And I hadn't really done that on any platform besides this podcast that I was, 50-50 owner in, not 100% owner in. And so anyway, I started doing everything, and it was so crazy. Like, we would just have packages every single day to show up on our porch. And I started last July, or 2 Julys ago, I guess. So not 2023, but 2022 July. And from July until just like the 1st of December, it was just like products, just hitting the porch every single day. And we were like having so much fun with it, opening them up, seeing what was in there. Because I agreed to the product, but I forgot about it by the time it got to me. And so anyway, it's just a ton of fun. And so I kind of found this rhythm of doing these brand deals and doing whatever. So then obviously over time in any business that you do, the more that you do, the more you become in demand, the more price that you can charge. And so that's what we've done over time, and steadily increased that. And so that was one part of it. So that was pretty cool. So I got paid from the brand, and then I also posted the videos on Amazon, and then people shop on Amazon, watch my video, buy, and I make a commission off of it. So I was like, man, this is so dope. I'm making money 2 ways. And then I figured out like, oh, I can sell this product. So this is even cooler. And I started selling to a person here in town, and my wife is texting me. Okay, cool. Look. Okay, looks good. Sweet. Thank you. And she was checking on IG for me, but anyway, I was selling to this person in town, and they were like reselling it, and then they stopped buying. So I was like, I don't know what to do with all this product. And then once again, I'm on Clubhouse, which is where I learned about the Amazon Influencer Program in the beginning. And somebody on Clubhouse is like, dude, why don't you just sell this product on Whatnot? Like, it's a live streaming kind of eBay meets Twitch. Why don't you get on there and sell the product? And so I think March of this year, I got on there, applied, got approved for an account as a seller, jumped on, did 8 products. I had no idea what I was doing. I did nothing about the platform. I get 8 products. I'm like, hey, I'm going to sell these 8 products. I sell those 8 products in like 4 minutes. And then I'm like, oh, what the heck? This is crazy. Like, I can move some product. And so I started reselling all the product that I have, on Whatnot. And that's like a whole nother part of the business. And that kind of got me into the reselling mindset, which I honestly haven't done good. So anyway, that's kind of the recap of how I got into the Amazon universe, Amazon seller or influencer world. And so this year has been the first like full calendar year that I've worked on this business, and my mind is honestly just been blown. Like, it has been pretty crazy. It's been a game changer for my wife and I and our family. We've been able to pay off $27,000 in debt that we accumulated just from, different reasons, from, not making a ton of money during the pandemic time, to me not being very smart and purchasing gear when I probably shouldn't have been, and some other things. And that's just kind of got us in that situation. But we were able to, one, kind of learn a velocity banking, which I'm not giving financial advice, but look it up. If you have some credit card debt, or if you have some debt, there's some creative ways to get out of that quickly. And so we learned about that, and then we started to, take this additional revenue that we're making and just compounding it onto there and paying down that debt. So game changer there. And then also I was, felt super confident after the first 90 days of doing the Amazon influencer business, that I last December, so a year ago, signed a lease on a studio space, so I could just have a spot, set it up, come in here, do my thing, go home, leave work at home, which I sometimes struggle to do. And so anyway, it's been pretty crazy. So this year has been just wild. So I think I've averaged 135 deals per month, which is crazy. Okay, so 135 deals a month is what I averaged. And I've been really, really particular. I haven't just been doing every single item. I've been very selective, because now I'm reselling it. So I want to make sure that the product is valuable enough to resell, that it'll resell quickly, that I'm not holding on to it. Obviously, giving gifts, giving stuff away, I mean, that's an option as well, but that's still work. Like, it still takes time to find somebody to give something to. And my neighbors have forbidden me to bring one more product to their house. My neighbor, he might be like a low-key hoarder. And so every time I get this Amazon product, I'd be like, hey, man, you want this? And then he's like, yeah, dude, I'll take it. And his wife took me outside one day and was like, you cannot bring one more product into this house, or I'm going to burn your house down, so we're no longer neighbors. And so anyway, that was pretty funny. But yeah, man, it's been a game changer. Amazon's been so much fun. I mean, yeah, we've made money from the commission side of Amazon. We're about 200. I think I'm $223 from hitting 40K just from the Amazon commission side. So that is just this year, which is pretty crazy, since January to December. So hopefully we'll hit that today or tomorrow, and cross over that 40,000 in commission mark, which is it's game changing. Like, that's crazy. But then also we charge for the brand deals, so we make more money from brand deals, and then also reselling. So we got a little trifecta approach. And I say we, it's just me and myself, and I work about 25 hours a week. And that was another thing that my wife and I were like kind of laughing about. We were like, because I was like, man, because people often say like, oh man, Billy, you're hustling, you're working hard, you're doing the thing, you're showing up, you're working, you're hard working, you're hustling. And my wife and I were talking about it last night. And I'm like, am I working? I don't think I'm working that much. And she's like, you've worked less this year than you've worked in our entire marriage. Especially with the entrepreneur brain, because, I'm always thinking like, okay, what's the next thing? What can I do? How can I leverage this? How can I, make more money? How can I work less and make more, whatever. Like, my brain is just always firing on all cylinders, just as an entrepreneur. It's like a handicap. I think I should get some kind of supplement for it. I think maybe my mom dropped me on my head. I get a brain injury, and now it's just entrepreneurship. But anyway, it's pretty fun. So Anthony Moses over here on Facebook says, hey, this is interesting. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it is pretty interesting platform. It's been an interesting opportunity. And I was watching somebody earlier today talking about, how it wasn't really that great of an opportunity. And I'm just like, man, I don't think you're leveraging it properly, because there's certain things that you can do to literally just create multiple streams of cash flow. And that really, I'm not even doing all of them. So, with Amazon in particular, you have the Amazon commission side. So you make the videos, you get paid a commission. And if anybody's watching on IG, feel free to say hello. I'm going live from my computer to IG, but I can't see if anybody's watching. I can't see. I think I can see comments, but that's about it. I can't see anything else. So I don't even see the video. I'm not really sure. I just got access. So I'm still in a testing phase. But anyway, so you do the Amazon commission stuff just right from on site. So that's just Amazon posting those videos, those photos onto those product pages, people watching it and doing the thing. And then you do the brand deal stuff. So, and there's all kinds of ways to do this brand deal, UGC content. You could charge just for doing the video and posting it and hosting it. You could sell the video right to the person, which I've done that as well. I've charged an additional commission percentage on deals on higher end products. So I get a residual commission, additional commission every single month, provided those reports that track my sales. So there's all kinds of ways to increase once you kind of get into this space. So that's all the pros. Okay. Now here's the cons. And I'm talking about just the Amazon influencer stuff. Okay. So I'll get into Whatnot here in a second. But the cons of the Amazon stuff, and I think the con of any creator business is if I'm not cranking out videos, I'm not making money. Two parts of my business aren't making money. Okay, so that would be the brand deal side, and then that would be the resale side. So if I'm not on camera doing those things, then that I'm not going to make that a revenue, and actually make more revenue doing that than I do from Amazon commission. So therefore, a big chunk of my revenue wouldn't be there. So that's one con that I think is any creator doing any type of content that makes money from producing content. It's like even Mr. Beast, the #1 YouTuber in the world, that dude's not making money unless he's showing up and his face is on video. Good morning, Phil Hill knows. What's up, Phil Hill, over on Instagram. Thanks for commenting and let me know you're watching. Also see Fusion Marketing. What's up, man? Good to see you. Coach, good to see you. Stone Tippett, I don't know if you're still on there or not, but good to see you too. So anyway, that is like a con. If I'm not in here cranking videos, doing brand deals, that whole thing, I'm probably not doing very well monetarily as far as making money that way. Then it's a couple other things that I think are. I'm trying to think of the other cons. I mean, the one big con with Amazon influencer stuff is you're primarily playing on their field. So they can change the game at any time. They can change the rules at any time. I mean, this is a risk we all run with any social platform or YouTube or whatever. We're always exposed to like, what is their, what are they going to do? What's the future of their business? Because my business relies on their business. And so this is one of the reasons why I focus mostly on brand deals. I prioritize them over anything else because I know if Amazon goes away tomorrow and the influencer program goes away tomorrow, well, now I have 1,000 reps who I can go to and say, what other products can I create for you? What other videos, content, and maybe I won't make as much. Maybe I won't make the residual commission off of it, but my business won't be dead in the water. So that way I diversified my income to where I am not just going, okay, I'm going to solely rely on the Amazon platform. And I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people make a lot of money. And they make way more money than I do off of Amazon, and it's totally cool. And they go shop for products, they look for reviews, they look for listing ratings and all this stuff, and they make good money. I'm just not willing to do that because I kind of did that once already in a business with t-shirts. I put all my eggs into one industry's basket, and then when COVID came, that industry was all based on large audiences, which for a t-shirt printing company was great. But then that all went away in just a couple of days. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to diversify a little bit. Even if I don't make the amount of money now that I could, I want long-term business. Okay. So that's kind of my mentality behind it, is diversify your income. So that would be kind of my, one of my cons. And it's happened this year. Amazon's moved product videos around. They've taken them away. They've moved carousels. They've taken them away. And people's incomes are like this, up and down on that platform. And so, a lot of people are like frustrated by that. And I totally get it, but that's what we signed up for. That's the risk that we take. That's a risk that we have to think about as we move, in this game, in this space. One of the pros is like there's millions of products on Amazon. There's millions of sellers out there, or hundreds of thousands of sellers selling millions of products. And so it's a lot of fun to know, like, as a content creator, there is this little slice of the pie that you can get of creating content about products that companies send to you. And I don't really do it. My strategy is not really like, hey, I'm going to review this product because maybe they send me a camera that I don't use for 90 days to figure out, like, do I really enjoy it? I do more of content that's like, hey, here's what comes in the box, here's how it works, here's my first thoughts. Those 3 key points, and then I'm done, right? So I'm just showing like, hey, this is in fact a real product. Here's the quality of it, whatever. Now, if it's a turd, I just say like, hey, this is crap. I'm not doing the video, and I'm just not doing the video. But so I do have like kind of a little rating thing I'll give it. If you can get into the program, it's well worth it, says Phil Hill. Yeah, I mean, it's totally been worth it for me. So a lot of ways to leverage that. So that would be some cons. I mean, I'm sure there's other cons at Amazon, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff just like industry wise working, with them that is frustrating. Okay. Like any industry, any platform, they can change the game, very low communication, a lot of question marks, not a lot of stuff is black and white. It's with any company you work with, or, W-2, 1099, whatever you do, there's always that frustration, that unknown of like, what's going on. So that would be one thing that some of the cons there. And then, commission wise, the commissions are low, like they're low. It's a numbers game for me. So I'm trying to create more product videos and get those things placed. And that's the numbers game that I'm playing. I'm playing a frequency game. Now, once again, some people aren't doing that. They're going, what's the highest paying category? I'm going to go buy products that are rated high and push those out and hope that works. And that's a totally fine strategy as well. I've seen that work great for other people. But in my situation, I'm trying to build those brand deal relationships. So let's keep moving on. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me. I just wanted to do a live. I think I got a little bit of a cold, so I'm not doing any videos today. Because I've been sniffling and snotting around a little bit. Not that you wanted to know that, but that's why I just want to jump on here and do this. And so that's the Amazon side. Now, there is this Whatnot side of my business that has been pretty fun. Honestly, it's probably my favorite part of all this stuff, because I can go live, I can sell product, and just really have a lot of fun. Now, the pros of that of Whatnot are this. So if you're an Amazon influencer, or if you just have a ton of product, or if you're a reseller and you get some dead stock or whatever, or death piles or whatever they call it, Whatnot might be a good place for you to get on there. So a couple of things. One, you can move products super fast. So I can sell, 100 products in an hour and a half, something like that on Whatnot. So I can move the Amazon products that I get. I can put it together. I can go. Oh, let me take this off the screen. Sorry, Anthony. Anthony got plenty of time. I went to charge him rent for that space. All 8 people watching this live show, Anthony, now know your name for a long time. But so anyway, so on Whatnot, you can sell products fast. So you can move products just almost as quick as you can get them and get the videos done. You can move them. So that is a pro. The other pro is there's a lot of pros, but it's really just quick. Like, I think just moving product fast is a pro. And that would be probably my favorite thing about it. The second thing is it's only 8% commission, unlike other platforms. Other platforms are going to be a lot more. So that would be, one thing that I don't like about or that I love about Whatnot is the commission that they charge you is pretty low. Now, they do charge, in every transaction is charging you 30 cents. Okay. So, but it's buy now, like people swipe, they win a bid, and their credit card gets charged, or their debit card or whatever. But you're paying a transaction fee every single product. It's not like it adds up in a cart and you pay 1 30-cent transaction fee. I know that's annoying for some people, but I honestly would rather know by the end of the show what I'm getting paid, and not hopefully, credit cards get processed and not declined on a show. So in my opinion, I don't care about that 30 cents. I think it's perfectly fine. So that is a pro, that you can 8% super quick selling through the product, and then it's super fun because you go live just like this. It's vertical format, chat's fired up all the time. They get a good audience, they get a lot of buyers, and with the right category personality, you can do really well on there. However, a couple of cons is you don't get really, in my opinion, the market value that you could if you sold on other places like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or Facebook Marketplace. I don't think you get the best price on Whatnot, because those people are there for the dollar deals, and they kind of done this in the electronic space. I can't speak for other spaces, but in the electronic space in particular, they've worked with a lot of liquidators. They brought a lot of liquidators in to move product fast, and it's all fast and furious. So if you have somebody like me who probably has, maybe out of those 135 products a month, I might have 75 to 100 that I can actually sell in the electronic space. So it makes it a little tough for me to make, money if I were buying product. Now, I'm not buying it. I'm getting it for free, so therefore I don't really care. And it's a fun, fast way to move it, and so I'm moving it. But even with that, sometimes it is frustrating to go, wow, I just sold this $400 tablet for $80. Like, maybe I could have sold it for $200 on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but then eBay, I'm going to pay additional. I got to list it. I got to do all that stuff, which you got to do that with Whatnot too. But then I have to pay the additional fees. So I don't know. I mean, it probably still is better to sell on eBay, but eBay is a lot slower sales process in my experience than Whatnot. Bead in with Nicole B. I think I said that right. What's up? I see you over here on Instagram. She said, this is good info. I got to get my following up so I can get the products. Yeah, I think that's are you in the influencer program already? Because I don't know that following really matters if you're in the Amazon Influencer program. I would say it matters on other platforms, but not necessarily over there. So anyway, so Whatnot, and once again, I'm kind of just off the top of the dome here because I wanted to do a live show. So I'm trying to think on the fly, which maybe not be my best strategy, but Whatnot is awesome because you can move that product super fast. It is a little bit cheaper rate. But then once again, I think the cons of it are you're not going to get the market value that you could, but you get a faster return on your time, in my opinion. So you move. It's just a frequency game, so you're just moving stuff quick. So if you can get the inventory quick, you can move it super quick. But my only problem with that is like I get inventory slow because I'm doing these brand deal videos, and then I can move the product quick. But if you what else are you going to do? If you're just giving it away, you're throwing it away, you're taking it to the thrift store and letting somebody else make money on it, like what's the harm in you making a couple bucks, especially if you get it for free? So just this year, we've done over $15,000. Let me look, actually. I don't think it'll mess with my thing. Yeah, so we've done over almost $16,000 in top line revenue on Whatnot. So I think, let's see, I think I can actually pull it up. Yeah, so out of that almost 16,000, so it's like 15,800. We'll put in our pocket 13,230 or whatever. So just to resell that product. So it's a pretty good side income, just from reselling free stuff that we get. Now that's only on the Whatnot platform. Now I've sold bigger stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I sold like 20 stage lights to a guy here in town. I mean, there's a lot of other ways and places to sell bigger items, which that's my strategy. I'll sell the small stuff over on Whatnot Electronics. I'll sell all the big stuff here locally in town that way as well. What's up, the real Greg Walker? What's up, man? Good to see you. Just on here chatting with a cold, so I'm probably sniffling and snotting around in the microphone. But yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. So that's that Whatnot platform. If you're a reseller, if you have a bunch of dead inventory, dead stock, and you just want to get rid of it in certain categories, then that's a good place to go over there and do that. Now, I will say that I've gotten my lunch eaten several times from Whatnot, and not because of Whatnot, but because I'd probably just bought dumb product. I don't know. But anything that I've purchased to resell on Whatnot, I have absolutely taken a bath on it. I've not made $1 from anything that I have personally went out and purchased, besides a pair of shoes I bought for $2 and sold for $40. That was pretty cool. But everything else I've purchased, I've lost money on it. So I'm probably down, if my wife is watching, $1,000. If she's not watching, close to $2,000 maybe. So yeah, I don't know. And maybe I just suck at reselling, or maybe I suck at product selection, which I think is the product selection because I tend to buy bulk or bundles, and then they're not the right bulk or bundles. And that liquidation space is weird because you got like 3 or 4 top people, and they pick through. Everybody picks through it, okay? And by the time it gets down to a small guy like me with a smaller budget that I want to spend on that stuff, I'm kind of getting the dumpster, leftovers. And so therefore I get caught holding the bag. I'm gonna make it back though. Trust me. I got a plan. I'm gonna redeem myself in that reselling space eventually. But it's all made possible because I got into this Amazon program, learned about the reselling space, can sell all this product, can do all that fun stuff. So anyway, it's been a fun year. It's been a profitable year. Obviously we still have 11 days left. Today will probably be one of the biggest sales days on Amazon if it trends with last year, but I don't have, last year's holiday season to compare it to. But so far it's been just an amazing year. And I can't think of anything else that I would honestly love doing. And it's kind of funny because even when I was like in the podcasting space, even when I was in the t-shirt space, my wife would tell me all the time, she's like, honey, you're going to get back into video. Cause I spent about 10 years, probably 8 or 10 years in video. And I really loved it. There were certain aspects I didn't love about it. One was editing. I spent a lot of time in an editing suite, which I hated. But she always told me, like, you're going to get back into video eventually. And I just never could figure out, like, how would I do that? How would I ever get back into video and make money and not edit? And so I do everything live to drive. So I got 2 cameras here. Actually, I'll turn this on. I'll be nerdy for 5 seconds and show you guys. But I have a camera overhead, I have a camera here, and I have a third camera right here that I can quickly plug in. But what happens is, like, I'll be doing a video, and then I can just switch over to this cam, which it would be set up differently. It would be like opposite and not so bright and all that stuff. But anyway, I can just live to drive everything. That's how I've created 2,300 videos in a year and a half or over, probably almost close to 2,400 or 2,350. I don't know. They took the count down, so I don't really know. But anyway, so that's how I've been able to do it. And I just sit here at my desk and I talk about product. And sometimes I got to capture some B-roll and bring it in, throw it into Ecamm Live. So if anybody's a Mac user, Ecamm Live is dope. I mean, Ecamm Live is awesome. Like, you can run you could probably just get paid, become a really good producer, mobile producer, and produce other people's shows, podcasts, whatever, and just charge them $150 an hour, $200 an hour, and just rock and roll and just like live, produce their shows all from a distance. I mean, it's insane what this program will do. So anyway, if you want that, let me know. I do have an affiliate link. I get an affiliate link for everything. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of my wrap. That's my 2023 wrap. I mean, we'll do, it's the verdict is still out for the year, but I think we'll do over 100K, and probably could have done more, but I got distracted a couple months in that reselling space. But yeah, it's 20, 25 hours a week, probably 25, 26 hours a week on average. And man, it's just been a lot of fun. So if you are a content creator, if you're out there hustling, making content, doing the thing, and you want to make more money, want to create another stream of revenue, want to get free products, want to do brand deals, definitely hit me up. I'm thinking about doing a little mastermind group, just like maybe 10, 20 people, maybe even, maybe 10, maybe a dozen people, honestly, who are super motivated, who will take action. That's one thing that I think that's the reason why I've been able to move and do so many deals and kind of figure out this whole system, is because I just keep taking action. Like, I keep showing up. Like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, dude, that's so crazy. That's amazing. What you've been able to accomplish in a year and a half. And I'm like, well, dude, all I do is just keep doing. I figured out what are the cash generating things. Where's the cash flow? Where's that coming from? And I just keep doing it. And then when other stuff comes up, I'll kind of test it, put it on a trial run. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I move it around. But the efficiency in this game, the way I play the game anyway, it's all about efficiency. It's all about how quick can I get the product? How quick can I make the video? How quick can I sell the product? And then the bonus structure of it is Amazon. So like Amazon commission side is just the bonus. So the 40K that we'll do on Amazon this year or over, hopefully over, because we still have 11 days. I'm only $223 away from hitting that 40K mark. That's all bonus. That's all like a bonus money that we're looking to generate. So that's the thing. That's kind of my business in a wrap this year. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. And that's what I gotta say about that. is hell yeah, it's worth it. And if you can say that about your business, you can say that about what you're doing, then keep doing it. And if it's no, or if it's a I don't know, or if it's a maybe, then don't do it. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like my wife and I are that way. Like we are like, dude, either this is all in or we're not. Now there's times that you have to do stuff that maybe you don't always enjoy doing. There's times through my entrepreneur journey where I go take a job. I mean, more than not, actually, like my business becomes my side hustle. Now, luckily, in the last couple of years, I haven't had to do that. I've just, put my feet in the ground and said, hey, I'm standing tall. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do to create opportunities for myself. And so, it's been a lot of fun. But you just have to make a decision, like, do I want to do it or do I not? You got to shit or get off the pot is what I like to say. And I know my mom is probably like, why are you cussing on the internet? But it's literally, that's what I tell myself every day. Like, dude, either you do it or you're not doing it. Like one or the other. And sure, we have ups and downs, but that's kind of the journey of entrepreneurship, content creation, all that fun stuff. And so is Amazon worth it? Is Whatnot worth it? I say 100%. I'll be here next year. I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be grinding, hopefully scaling on the monetary side as far as, charging more for videos, doing different types of video projects. That is kind of in the scope. Trying to figure out the resale side of the game as well. That's in the scope. So if there's anybody who's out there who's like, hey, I got a bunch of product, I need to liquidate or whatever, let's work a deal, man. I'll be your on-screen talent. I'll sell the product for you. I'll ship it. I'll do all those things. I've done that for Amazon influencers this year. They've sent me product and I've sold it on my channel on their behalf, which has been a lot of fun as well. So once again, that's another way to make money. That's another way to generate revenue. It's like, you don't have to own the product. Go find somebody who does, who doesn't want to be on screen, who doesn't have the skills, the talent, the tech, and then you can come in and be that and sell their items and give them a commission off of it, or give them a cut or whatever. So a lot of ways to make money in this content creator world, in this space. It's been an amazing 2023. Couldn't ask for a better year. We are having a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to end it with a cold, but you know what? You can't win them all. So yeah, maybe I guess January is like the month of health. So maybe I can get my butt in the gym, or at least eating better, because I've been slacking on that. But anyway, hope you guys are awesome. Feel free to let me know if you're interested in some type of a mastermind, little small group meetup stuff, just to educate you about what I have going on and what I've been able to accomplish. And that's it. That's it. That's all. That's a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later. And I never have an end screen. I never do. I'm just going to end it with the opening screen. See you guys. Thanks.